Hey Grace, it's Tuesday, which means it's my turn to upload a video. There's about 7 points I want to make and we'll see how many I get through in the next 3 minutes. I really appreciated all the great points you made about potato. It's especially cool that they make such great model organisms. Speaking of science, I just visited my lab for the first time today. Fun fact! Did you know that the Hutterite, a group of Mennonites just like Jeff's family are, mostly found in the northwestern United States and Canada, who also decided to live completely communal lives, are actually an ideal population with which to study human genetics. Because they all eat the same food, are exposed to all the same stimuli, and are nearly identical in terms of environmental and physical stressors, the variation observed in the Hutterite community can almost entirely be attributed to genetics. This makes them extremely valuable as a control group, especially since gene expression is irreducibly complex. Also, the entire population descended from the same 64 people. As such, their pedigrees are incredibly intertwined and well mapped. Yay, inbreeding! Anyways, concluding thoughts on the potato. I think our admiration is justified, as long as we place the potato in proper context and eat other foods as well. Despite the fact that our good old friend the food pyramid is no longer supported by the US government, it's a verifiable fact that although it's possible to survive on potatoes alone, it is not possible to thrive on only potatoes. There simply are not enough fats or proteins in a healthy serving of potato to maintain a healthy first world body mass index. Grace, when I went to watch your last video, the first 6 or 7 suggested videos that YouTube told me I should watch were all of One Direction. I find myself incredibly disturbed by this. Grace, I think we're being stalked by One Direction. Also, did you know that apparently you can cook an egg with a potato? The 8th suggested video was titled, How to Cook an Egg in a Potato. If we ever become a YouTube sensation, we should start a spin-off series wherein we watch how-to videos from YouTube, follow the instructions, and present the finished product. The result would likely be highly entertaining, especially if Jeff's involved. Finally, today I was having dinner with my friend Cody and we were talking about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. I jokingly suggested that we could resolve the conflict by throwing a surprise intervention party. We can kidnap Netanyahu and Abbas, fly them somewhere neutral, lock them in together, and demand they hug it out. Cody said that this goes on his list as plan number quadruple Z. Numerically, that means that there are 103 other peace plans that are more viable than kidnapping the 2 leaders of these nations. Here are 4 options right off the bat. Israel could take over the entire area, expelling the Palestinians, and provoking the Arab Middle East into war. World War III commences, eventually leading either to peace or to mutually assured destruction. Palestine could take over the entire area, expelling the Jews and provoking all of their allies. This leads to the same possible endpoints as option 1. The 2-state solution could be completely implemented. Palestine becomes its own nation with its own economy and legal system. A complete separation from the equally legitimate state of Israel. This is less likely to lead to a world war, but it will probably require significant loss of life before anyone agrees to it. Israel and Palestine could coexist as equally legitimate states under a federation similar to the European Union. They could share a currency and other benefits, while maintaining separate legal systems and militaries. Also the least likely to ever happen since it requires both sides of the conflict to acknowledge the other one's right to exist. I've named 4, which means there are still 99 other possible solutions that are better than kidnapping the 2 leaders of these countries. Grace and Jeff, I challenge you to help me name the rest. I have to squeeze in a reference to Game of Thrones because next week the season finale won't be as fresh and it won't make as much sense. So here it is. I wonder what the per capita potato consumption of Westeros is. Out of time. I got through 7 points. Grace, I'll see you on Thursday. Tatum!